Hello everybody, today I would like to show my Obsidian templates that I use as a bullet journal system. So you can find tons of videos on YouTube about either Obsidian note-taking app or the bullet journal. Today I would like to show a personal template for me to integrate the bullet journal idea into the Obsidian app. So you are welcome to visit my GitHub for this repo, and you can just download this template by clicking code and download zip. And after that, you can just unzip the file and open the folder. And here is what it looks like. Since it's like a template, it's just empty folders. So let me tell you how to use this bullet journal system. So you can just click on the calendar tab, and then you can click on, say today is the 30th. Click create. And here I just created a daily log for today. Let's click on these three dots on the right and move to source mode. So this is just nothing but a markdown file. So the file name is just today in this format, September 20th. And the front matter, this is called the front matter, or you can also see as a YAML format, which is just very similar to JSON data format. As you can see, we have different fields like the tags, date, week, and in the template, I also include more fields for me. For example, the book I read today, the content of my workout, and whether I meditate or not. If I really use this to plan in the morning, in the evening, and if I reviewed it after a week or so. Let's go back from the source mode to the normal mode. And as you can see, those fields, you can just click on it for different status. And say today I swim, I can just type something like I swim. You can just jot down some tags for different properties to make a record of your daily life. And after that is the link zone. This is just auto-generated by the template. So this node corresponds to the daily log of September 30th. And we can click on this link towards the next day. By clicking it, you can see in the calendar, there is another daily log created. And we can just click this link to go back to the 30th. This is very convenient if you are using this on a mobile phone. The next section comes with the to-do sections. At this place, I want to list all the tasks I would like to do for the day. Those tasks will take me a long time, say hours, to conquer or to get it done. So if I have some tasks like programs, writing papers, buying food, this is an example, and I can order the list because I installed a third-party plugin called Outlier. So I can click here on the Command Shift up and down arrow to change the order. I will just order the more important items in the front to let me finish them firstly. Besides the to-do part, we also have a events part. For example, we can have some meeting where there's a due for submission, sign some forms, stuff like that. So those are also very important, but in general, those events, they have a trigger in time, and you don't need to focus for many hours on that. You just need to finish it. So that's different from the major to-dos where you spend a lot of time. And the third section is called notes and zones. I just use this region to jot down all the small little ideas that pop up during the daytime. Later, if you know the bullet journal, like you're following the technique to transfer those ideas into your formal notes or convert it to some new tasks. Previously, for the markdown file, we only have two status, down or not for the bullets. But here I installed the minimal theme, which contains extended set of bullets, which really makes sense for the bullet journal. So that's a key idea one key idea of the bullet journal. You have many different statuses for the bullets. For example, the slash is a half completed, and the minus sign is just you canceled it. It doesn't make sense anymore. You can also use a star to show events. The two important ones for the bullet journal, I think, is the migration bullets. Basically, you have a greater than sign and a smaller than sign. The greater than sign is just you move this bullet from today to a future log for the long-term plan. And the smaller than sign is just you want to procrastinating or just move it to the next day if you cannot finish it today. For example, here I want to code module A. If I cannot finish it, I would change it to this status, and I would just copy paste this to the next day. So that is how it works for a daily log. And you can also click on say the W40, which means this day corresponds to the week, the 40th week of the year. And here we created a new node for this week. Here we also have many links. We have a data view table. So basically it queries all the daily logs and it makes a summary of the status you have. For example, I know in the 30th I swim. I also created some regions for like the weekly to-dos. You can also create some objective of the week and list it over here. What's more, we can also create a monthly log by clicking the link for September. And here is what it looks like. So here I installed about 15 popular small plugins to help my template. And you can do lots of useful things. Say you can click on this small pencil to create a Xcoli draw where you can just draw in things. And if you have an iPad, you can just use it to take notes. So this file will be created by default in the Xcoli draw folder. You can also just create some useful things like here you create a new board of Kanban. I just got this simple tool installed. You can either like delete it, or if you want, you can install more plugins, third-party plugins as you wish. But basically, the core idea is that the templates, four templates. This is the template for daily log. Here is for monthly log and the weekly log. So those three templates, it lets you to create a bullet journal system, the core of the bullet journal system, by just clicking on the calendar or clicking on the links. And of course, you can just extend it using data wheel, templater, or whatever plugins you have. I think this template is minimalist, and it can help any beginners to get into Obsidian before they learn the details of all the stuff for each plugin. And finally, as you saw, the daily log folder just stores all the daily logs, similar for weekly, monthly, and you will also have a future log and a yearly log. So I think my system is relatively simple, making it possible for the newcomers taking notes to organize their daily life before they really jump into the Obsidian, the hundreds of thousands of plugins of Obsidian. Consider to subscribe or give me a star on GitHub for the repo. And thank you for watching.